So you've got these amazing new AI agents, right? They're brilliant. But to really make them work for your business, they need to get their hands on your most valuable stuff, your internal data. And that's the big puzzle, isn't it? How do you open that door for them without, leaving your entire company exposed? Well, that's exactly what we're going to figure out today.
Yeah, this is the question, isn't it? It's what every company is grappling with right now. You have this super smart AI, just raring to go, but it's stuck outside, looking in. So we've got to build it a door. And listen, we're not talking about some flimsy screen door here. We're talking about a bank vault door, a gateway that's secure, smart, and guards our crown jewels like nothing else.
Okay, so here's the access problem. The best way to think about it is this. Your powerful AI is kind of like a brilliant new hire. And for that new hire to actually do their job, what do they need? Access. They need to get into your internal tools, right? Your knowledge bases on Azure AI Search, the really critical stuff in SAP, your customer info, all of it. Without that, they're just sitting at their desk, twiddling their thumbs. Their potential is just stuck.
And this is the massive catch. This is the real conflict. You can't just, plug these systems straight into the internet. I mean, that's just insane. That's literally leaving the keys to your entire digital kingdom under the welcome mat. You're just asking for a disaster, a massive data leak, a huge compliance nightmare. So the trick is to find a way to let the AI in and only the AI while slamming the door shut on everybody else. So what's the solution? How do we pull this off? Well, the answer comes from a really important security idea called the Zero Trust Blueprint. And I want to be clear, this isn't just about buying some new software. It's a completely different way of thinking about security from the ground up.
The whole idea behind Zero Trust is actually pretty simple. The mantra is trust no one, verify everything. Seriously, that's it. It means we throw out the old idea that if you're inside our network, you must be safe. Nope. With Zero Trust, we don't trust anybody by default. Every single time, and I mean every time, that AI, or any user for that matter, wants to access something, they have to prove who they are, prove they have permission, and that they're using a secure connection. No exceptions. So what does the Zero Trust idea actually look like in practice? It leads us straight to this blueprint. Instead of the old way, punching a bunch of different holes in our firewall for every little thing, we do the opposite. We build one single, super fortified front door. This gateway is our proxy. It's like the toughest bouncer at the most exclusive club. It checks every single person's ID and invitation before it even thinks about letting them get close to our internal systems.
All right, let's get to the good part. Let's actually build this digital fortress. We're going to do it just like a real castle, layer by layer from the outside in. Okay, step one. We dig the moat and put up the outer walls. This is our Web Application Firewall, or WAF for short. This is our first line of defense. Its job is to spot and block all the obvious bad guys, the common attacks, the nasty bots, before they even get close. Step two, we build the inner keep. This is the heart of our fortress. It's where the gateway itself lives, and here's the key part. It's on a totally private network. It is completely 100% invisible to the public internet. And finally, step three, we create the secret tunnels. These are our super secure connections, like an AWS VPN, that create a private, encrypted path from our gateway deep into our on-premise tools, like SAP.
So what are we building this thing with? Here are the actual building materials. Think of IBM Context Forge as the brain of the operation. It's what makes all the decisions about routing and rules. The whole thing runs on AWS ECS Fargate. Now, this is cool because it's serverless, which basically means we don't have to worry about managing servers. AWS handles it. For our ID checks, we're using Amazon Cognito. That's our guard at the gate. And this next one is absolutely crucial. All our secrets, our API keys and passwords, are locked away in AWS Secrets Manager. They are never, ever hard-coded anywhere.
Okay, the fortress is built. The walls are high, the moat is deep. But a fortress is useless without rules for who gets in. So now we have to lay down the law. Who gets in, and what exactly can they do once they're inside?
And this all boils down to two words you hear all the time in security: authentication and authorization. They sound similar, but they're totally different. Authentication, that's just who are you? It's like showing your driver's license at the front gate. Simple. But authorization, that's what are you allowed to do? Just because you got past the main gate doesn't mean you can go anywhere you want. Authorization is about which specific keys you're given. You might have a key to the courtyard, but you sure don't have the key to the king's private chambers.
So how do we actually enforce all this? Well, here's the playbook. We use the latest standard OAuth 2.1 for those digital ID cards, or tokens. We absolutely enforce multi-factor authentication, MFA. You know, that thing where you need a code from your phone? That's a must. Then we use something called role-based access control, or RBAC. This is super important. It means we can create roles like, say, an SAP viewer who can only read data versus an SAP admin who can change things. And of course, we log every single action. And we put in rate limiting, which is just a fancy way of saying we stop anyone from hammering our system with too many requests. And that brings me to what might be the single most important rule here. You have to log every single tool call. It is completely non-negotiable. I love this quote. This is the security camera footage for your entire fortress. It's perfect, because that's exactly what it is. If something bad ever happens, these logs are your only way to rewind the tape and see exactly what happened, who did it, and when they did it.
Okay, so you might be thinking, all right, I get the concept, but why these specific tools? Why IBM Context Forge on Fargate and not something else? That's a great question. Let's break down why this specific architecture really is the winner here.
Look, there are definitely other ways to do this. You could use something like Traefik if you're already deep into Kubernetes, or you could even write the whole thing from scratch. But here's the thing. Those options come with major trade-offs. Kubernetes can get super complex, and custom code? Well, that's a maintenance nightmare waiting to happen. The beauty of the IBM Context Forge on Fargate approach is that it hits the perfect balance. You get all the powerful enterprise-level security and auditing features you need, but with the simplicity of serverless. It's kind of the best of both worlds.
All right, before you even think about flipping the switch to go live, you have to go through this final checklist. These are the absolute 100% must-haves. Is modern TLS 1.3 encryption on? Check. Are the WAF rules active and blocking threats? Check. Is MFA turned on for everybody? Check. Are all your secrets safely tucked away in AWS Secrets Manager? Check. Are those crucial audit logs actually flowing? And finally, did you pay someone, a professional, to try and break it? You gotta get a penetration test done. Don't skip these steps.
So, at the end of the day, what have we built? By following this blueprint, you've created a bridge, but it's a special kind of bridge. It's secure, it's completely auditable, and it's built to scale. It's what finally and safely connects the amazing power of modern AI to the data that actually runs your business. You're keeping the kingdom safe while paving the way for some serious innovation.
So there you have it. The fortress is standing strong, the gateway is open for business, the right business, and that secure bridge is in place. So now the real question, the fun question, is for you. Now that you have this, what incredible things are you going to empower your AI to do next? Because now the real work can begin.